looking at her
You're
on
making faces, and I'm like,
well, if
what's
I'm
going
looking
on?
this way, I'm looking at...
Also, we're back, just FYI.
Hey, everybody.
Tonight, there's going to be trouble, and some of us won't survive. Welcome, once again, to the Mercenaries of Mischief. I, of course, am your benevolent Dungeon Master, Puck, and I am joined today by these wonderful players, which I will now introduce in no particular order. Master of Shadows, Kashano the Quick, is here today, joining us once again. You'll be modifying timelines and things, all the stuff that you're used to. With a rapidly expanding backstory, we have Norbog the Hugbear joining us today. And, of course, everyone's favorite fire team, Penwright and Lilith Singer joining us here today. The fire team is like a group of tactical people, and they go enemies. Like, I don't need to get into it.
Look, we're Team Fireball, all right? It's one word. That's
Fireball.
easy.
That's
Fireball.
Probably better. When last we left our heroes, man, it's been a long day's night. And, I've been sleeping like a dog. And I can't do any more songs. So, Jobetta's wedding went off. It was a beautiful, happy affair up until the point that a crazy nightmare guy showed up and, put Saluni to sleep. And that kind of put a damper on the entire celebration. Our party desperately looked for a way to awaken the moon goddess, while the news of her diminished state spread, and Salune's enemies seemed to come out of the woodwork and attempt to assail our poor heroes in their home, where they were keeping the body of Salune. However, they came up with an ingenious plan to impersonate the god Talos, and who they knew a lot about and could characterize perfectly, and scare away Talos' minions from the academy while they hid Salune's body in the heart of Ubtao. All of this was necessary because they had to acquire the missing pieces of the Moon Web, a collection of 4 rings that, when brought together, it seems will have the power to bring Salune back to the prime material plane in full consciousness and awaken her sleeping form. One of the rings was with Dear Grayscale, a small Cobalt cleric who was captured in the forest near Cormyr. Our team immediately set out and just wrecked house all over this unusual bugbear camp. People were catching fire. Dudes were mind controlled. People were warping across the world. There were double fireballs. Norbog was beating the shit out of trolls. It was an incredible day. And we now join our party in the midst of that encounter, with the bulk of the forces seemingly destroyed. And with Norbog and Kashano in a room with only one bugbear left that is painted completely black. They have called themselves Bugbear Hair Raisers. And this room seems to be full of sleeping people. Norbog and Kashano.
Do we?
I guess Kashano, because that's where we're at.
Yeah. I don't remember initiative.
All right. Hold on. Let me get this queued into the right place. So, the bugbear is not showing up in my map. Anyways.
Okay. Well, you can't see him, but Norbog can. So if Norbog points to this black figure in the corner, you'll probably see him.
Point to the black figure in the corner.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I will just run over to them and I kind of want to just grab him and throw him against the cave wall.
Okay.
And so I guess if you're going to make me, I don't know. Do I have to attack for that?
I tell him 3 steps forward, 1 to the left.
Just perfect. Right there outlines it. God, you need fairy fire. That'd be so good for you. All right. So
Yeah, but I don't like to build my spells around practicality and usefulness.
not you, Norbog, because Norbog
Oh,
can see
right.
farther than you can and would outline them for you.
It's not all about you, Kashano.
Anyways,
Can you even cast? All right. Anyway.
no resistance from this creature.
Okay, great. I'm just like throwing him against the wall. I don't even know what I'm supposed to ask him. I'm so out of splitting at the week.
It's dark soot-covered face. You can just see its yellow eyes peering at you, and the white fangs in its mouth are revealed in this wicked smile as it just stares back at you as you throw it against the wall.
I guess, what did you want with the kobold? Is what I'm asking.
We need dreamers.
Fuck. For who?
For the nightmare. They want the dreamers.
Does this nightmare have a name? Is it the guy with the big face? Or the thing that is nightmare? I turn back to Norbog.
Bugbear God of Nightmares.
Oh. Alright, is that who we were dealing with? Is that the nightmare thing that came out of... You know who?
I don't think that was a bugbear. I mean, I've never met Skarak, but like, they look different according to tales. I don't think that's what it was.
Alright. Fuck it, let's get out of here. I'm gonna scoop... Yeah, scoop Grayscale if you can. I don't know how much more
You can take them. Her children will feed her. She will care for them and be nourished by their labors.
She who? Who's she who? What, who?
Powerful allies. You don't know yet, but you will.
Alright. Alright. I think that's my turn.
Alright. They hold their action. Norbog.
Can I tell which one is Grayscale? Oh, these are all our people, though, aren't they?
The other two appear to be human, but there are two kobolds there. You're not sure who the other ones are. You could look them over and see if you recognize them.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna move over, see if I can recognize any of them from that close range.
All right. One of them is Grayscale, and the other one appears to be a kobold that was unaffiliated with the Academy.
Okay.
The human appears to be a merchant of some kind.
Are they magic? Can I tell if they're magically asleep? Or just knocked out, or...
You could try to wake them.
Great. I shake them awake. Grayscale. Grayscale.
Grayscale doesn't wake up.
Great. How much does 2 kobolds and 2 humans weigh?
Okay. Let's say each of these kobolds weighs about 60 pounds. They're not really big.
Okay.
We'll say the humans, not really heavy dudes. Let's say 150, 160 pounds each.
Amazing. I have a carrying capacity of 600 pounds.
Okay.
Let's just stack them up and go.
You just throw them all up onto your back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Sean is dealing with the other bugbear, and I trust him to get the hell out. And so, yep, I just want to scoop up our folks and go.
Okay. Scoop up the team, and away you go.
Yep. And did I use all of my... Oh, good. I'm going to scoop them and then go back to where I was, because that's 40 feet.
All right, you scoop them up, and they're all being carried on your back now.
Cool. That's my action.
All right. Well, since this hair raiser has more or less surrendered, we'll out of initiative.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'll come back over with Norbog, and I imagine we run back out to the front.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take one of the kobolds?
Yeah.
Take Grayscale. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take Grayscale, and I will take the ring off her finger.
Okay.
And I think I'm probably about to put it on my own before I think better of it.
Right.
And just like throw it on a chain or something else that I've got that's secure, or like on a chain and then tucked into a pocket.
Right, in like a safe place.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I put it in the safest place. I put it in my boot.
Bringing
it back.
That's the way it goes.
That's the way I do. So when we get out to the foyer, I'm like, wait, everybody hold on a second. And I will cast Seeming. And I will basically make us all look like somebody we've seen throughout this operation. So the kobolds look like goblins. Me, Pen, and Lilith probably all look like either goblins or bugbears. Norbog looks like a slightly different bugbear.
One of the black ones.
Yeah,
maybe like
one
undead
of the
army. You raised some undead.
I don't think anybody's gonna look twice at some skeletons being involved in this parade. And I'm like, look, we can just get the...
Who would look differently?
Yeah.
Nobody, that's it.
Just like, get the fuck out of here. If we just run and scream about the invaders killing everybody, just like, look like we're getting out of here. Yeah?
Yeah, let's get back home then. We got what we came for, right?
Yeah.
And the sooner we wake up Selene, the sooner all of this ends.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, so I guess we're all on board. Kashano just runs out, like, carrying Grayscale, who now looks like a kobold, shouting in Goblin, like, adventurers, adventurers! Run away, it's the Avalon Knights!
You gotta put the branding on.
Yeah, are you kidding? Gotta build that legend, baby!
Absolutely. You are given a wide berth by the remaining forces there. And you'll find that as they separate from you, all of the eyes are on Norbog, disguised as one of these painted black bugbears.
Cool. Don't love that. Trying to make myself look shorter, which is hard to do.
Yeah, but like actually, Norbog, do an insight check.
Oh, one of my favorites with my negative
the one you're best at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one you're really good at.
11.
Okay, so you're not super good at insight, but you can tell when people are afraid of you.
Oh, I make myself look taller then. Fuck that, because guess I have a +5 I have a +5 intimidation. I step out front, make myself look taller, and bellow, move. Very clear path for us.
All just like far away from you.
Great.
All right. And you guys are allowed to exit the reaching woods and retrieve your various flying mounts and begin your flight home.
The tearful goodbye with my skeletons.
You be good now. As you fly away, they just fall apart.
So we're letting the survivors go? The ones that we were fighting before? Do we annihilate them all?
if we want to go through and exterminate all the opposition, it's going to be a very long process. The sooner
It's not worth it.
Yeah, let's wake up Slune so this is not a problem anymore.
We can clean up any stragglers if they come after us.
Okay, then.
So it has crossed over into late afternoon. It's almost the evening again by the time you arrive back at the academy. The doors are still buttoned up tight. The academy is still more or less in lockdown just in case any other forces do arrive. However, it seems with the daylight, the overall assault has vanished. But night is almost here again.
Just the first,
You guys land with your mounts.
first, authoritative person we see, I ask, has Jabetta arrived back yet?
First person you encounter is Wormspit. Of course, he's administrating everything, taking care of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm afraid we have not yet heard from her.
Oh, okay. Sharp?
Sharp is continuing her search. She's running down a few leads.
Okay. You've heard from her, though. All right. Ooh. Okay.
Let's hurry up this wake up Salone. Maybe she can help out whatever Javetta's situation is.
We need her ring. She has the last ring.
Yeah.
Shit.
We can't wake up Selene without Jabetta.
And Wormspit produces a small pouch and says, I have the other 2 rings here.
Do you happen
The
to
other
know?
2 ring bearers had minor injuries, so they're being taken care of.
All right, they're all here then?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know, what happens? They're all, together?
Presumably, if the legends are true, you will be punished by Selune for keeping them all together, but I understand that she's rather indisposed at the moment.
Well, yeah, also, have explicit instructions from her to put them all together. So,
Yes.
but what, does, a thing happen, or is it just, that's too many separate things at once that you could do?
Well, I must admit, my knowledge of the inner workings of ancient Selunite artifacts is not complete, but it is said that they do have a large collection of powers when they are united. One imagines you would learn that by gathering them together and doing some experiment.
Conflicted.
What other choice do we have?
I'm just saying there's 4 of us and 4 rings, and
Right.
Gimme.
Fucking planet.
I'll take it.
I'm Mistra kind of told me to sort of push the limits and experiment and see what happens. But, I think that, this seems like something that Selune specifically wants Jabetta to do. So it's kind of Mom said to do something, but then Grandma said not to. And I don't know who's in authority here.
well,
Kashana, you've
Mom's-
changed.
It's life, right? How so? What are you getting at?
You're more cautious than normal.
The stakes are kind of bigger. The thing is, this isn't really this isn't my thing. It's Jobetta's thing, and it feels like I'm sort of meddling. Which normally I wouldn't mind, but it's Jobetta.
Which is affecting everyone.
She's also not here, so we have to do something.
Does your patron know about locate person or something like that? A spell to find her?
I have scrying if I take a nap, but I don't know that that'll... Doesn't Jobetta have an anti-scrying symbol on her or something?
No, she doesn't. I think.
She was wearing the necklace.
No, yes, no.
She had that pendant.
Right, but-
I kind of say, well, I'm just sort of staring at Lilith.
I don't know if she's changed it since then, though. If she's still tuned to it. If we can find her, that's great. If not, then she's still wearing it.
You know, Lilith, you've changed a bit yourself.
How so?
You're paying attention.
I take a little bit of offense to that, Kashano. Mind your manners, please.
Of course. Lady?
Sir?
Roll my eyes at Pen.
Pen's.
It's literally her title, alright? Fuck.
Hello. I'm here too. Hey, it's me, a person in this conversation.
Wormspit, have you heard anything from my dad? How's stuff with that going?
I've not heard any reports. I assumed that meant everything was going well. I know that the other troops, the Clemvor clerics and paladins, had arrived.
All right, well, at least that doesn't sound like it's going badly.
And is it Clemvor or Kelemvor?
Kelemvor.
Kelemvor.
You've heard I call him on the stone.
Oh yeah, that's right. I grab Pen, and Pen, I need a stone.
You're just holding me and I hold the stone.
Hold Pen up to your ear.
Call my dad. Hey, Dad? Mom?
There's no answer.
Bug? Okay, so I may have spoken too soon. Things maybe are not okay on that end.
Fuck's sake.
One of them should be picking up.
Please don't hurt me. You can put me down gently.
I haven't picked you up.
Okay.
Shall we go check on them?
We can go. Yeah, we can go.
Can we go? Yeah, you know what? Norbog's already on her way going. Norbog is going whether you guys are coming or not.
All right. Ooh.
Trailing behind.
So,
exhausted, all right.
Doesn't take long to get to the portal in the Mage Tower. And as you step through, you are greeted by a horrific sight.
God damn.
The first thing you see when you come through the door is just the completely massacred corpses of the clerics and paladins of Glemvor. Their entrails, arms, and fingers have been laid out over the cave floor to spell usurper.
I immediately go find, like, a head that's somewhere.
I'd stop him. Don't waste your spells.
It's not a waste. I can just do it.
Oh, alright.
And I lean down and start murmuring to it. And for intents and purposes, I'm using my pact feature that lets me speak with undead freely. Or speak with dead freely. What happened here? I'd ask if you're okay, but you're obviously not.
Cyric, I said.
They were all my enemies.
Who is they all?
Everyone. They were all out to get me, all of them scheming to kill me.
Isn't that something... I'd look at Kashan, I'm like, isn't that something you do? Like, that's a spell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I turn back to the skull. So you did this?
They all knew that we were all enemies. We killed each other.
Okay, well, who was the last to die? Or not? I look around. Because we don't see Ogbog and...
The bugbears went upstairs.
Yeah, I'm like pulling through corpses looking for my parents.
And
I hear that and I take off.
Yeah.
Can you ask it who did the fingers? Who left the message?
Why is this written on the floor? Who did this?
Findley man. He said Clemvor took it from him.
There you go.
Norbog, as you climb up the stairs and go up into the upper chamber, slowly it is revealed to you that the bodies of Ranva and Ogbog the Manslayer are splayed out on the floor in front of the body of Selune. There is no blood or gore or viscera like there was downstairs, except for a bloody dagger lying next to the body of Selune. And you can see that Selune's eyes appear to have been removed.
Yeah, I just drop near my parents and not again. And this is her fault. This is her fault. And I shake Selune's avatar, and like slam it back down to where she's laying. This is her fault.
We don't know what happened.
Can we hear her up there?
Seemed to be followed.
So. Yeah, when we're up there.
Yeah, when I run up there and I see it, it's my fault.
No, it's not. I don't even know how you'd say that.
I was looking at it wrong because I thought, because gods can't come here, right? But a memory of a god, which apparently can fucking cast spells. I thought...
It's not. We didn't have any ideas. I brought them here.
It's neither of yours fault. You do know that. None of you could have predicted what was going to happen here.
No, we could have. Well, that's the thing, though.
We gambled then.
Yes.
And we gambled with other people.
Lost. I say quietly directed to Kashana, but I don't care if the other two hear. We should have killed her back in the key and just taken the cog out of the machine.
Maybe you're right.
Hen, could you make a perception check for me, please?
17.
Ogbog and Ranva are still breathing. It's shallow and slow.
Cure. I mean, what spell is it? Yeah, it's cure. Okay, cool.
Well,
yeah,
give
cure.
me a second
Cure.
to have this moment.
Oh, sorry.
Norbog, they're alive. They're alive. They're alive. Look. And I get down and like, I don't know if you need a medicine check, but I'll point and be like, they're moving. They're breathing.
I get down next to Penn and grab his hands and then cure them. You did it to me once. Can you do it again?
Yes. And the only staff I have attuned is actually the staff of the fallen. So I'll do life transference.
Okay.
And I'll do it on both of them.
All right.
So one gets back 16 or twice the necrotic damage. So one gets back 32 and the other one gets back 34. And I take 30 something hit points of damage.
Don't you die.
They are both healthy.
I'm crumpled.
They do not wake up.
Not dead though.
Now I cure you.
Thanks.
Okay. Oh god, alright.
Fine. It's fine.
They're still not waking up.
I'm going to drop. I'll probably make sure I have one still because I'm running out of stuff. Yes, I I'm going to drop a magical awareness to see if it's a spell.
26 for you, Pen.
Right back up.
It doesn't appear to be a spell.
Magic of some sort, though?
Not quite. It doesn't feel. It feels like a cousin of magic, but it's not. It doesn't have the familiarity of magic.
Here. Is it similar to Grayscale and the people we just picked up? Like, does this look familiar?
Do a medicine check.
I'm stupid as shit. Come on. 9.
Okay. You're not sure.
I mean, if she's looking her over, I'll lend.
Absolutely.
Kashana, I have left. As soon as it became clear that the bugbears were okay, I went back downstairs.
The only thing the two of you are able to determine with your combined medical knowledge of 9 and 2...
I crit failed.
Yes, you did. Is that they are not conscious, they are unresponsive, and when you look at their eyes are milky white.
We should get them back to the keep. It seems safer than here. I don't know what to do about that one, though. Don't really care right now.
Take your parents home. Lilith and I will... Or actually, I look at Lilith and I'm like... And I gesture to Norbog's parents and then to Salune. And then just awake in mind, I'm like, take your pick, which you want to help with. I'm going to work on Salune.
I'm sure Norbog can carry her parents home. I think you need someone here for you, Pen, just in case you get into a situation. This is a god.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that.
Norbog, are you going to be fine taking your parents home?
She doesn't even turn around. I don't even turn around. I've shouldered my mom over one and my dad over the other because I should be able to carry both of them, even though bugbears are heavier. And I'm just walking down the stairs and not even hearing you.
When you get down there, Kushano is gathering the body parts into a... Is there like an exit from this tree cave thing nearby, like where we can get to the open air?
There is. The stairway that leads upward is open air, but after that it's just a sheer drop down to the jungle.
Okay. Yeah, Kashana's sort of, I don't know, gathering body parts in a tarp. This is so macabre. But basically taking them out and piling them for a funeral pyre. People pilot them into this. We could have just kept her at the keep, and these people would not have been involved.
As I walk by, same people could have come to the keep then. And it would be worse. We'd just be carrying more of our friends out of here.
They didn't even die in battle. They just tore each other apart.
Does that make it better? There's something more honorable in them dying in battle?
They would have thought so.
Doesn't mean it's true.
I don't know. I think if it's true for them, it matters for them. You know?
Does it? They're all dead. Nothing matters to them anymore. They're just dead. What they believe doesn't matter. And they died for a god who let them die. This is so stupid and pointless. And I need to get them back to the keep. I'm sorry. And I turn and leave.
What what I'm doing until I get them all cleared out. And, I don't even bother saying words. Wouldn't be heard here anyways. So pile up body parts and I set them on fire.
Very well. And it is done.
Eventually I make my way back in. So what are we doing with her? I gesture over to Selene.
You gotta move her. And we'll go over and start to ineptly, but try to just shoulder her essentially. And as I lean down under my breath in her ear as I'm trying to pick her up, I'll just be like, "This isn't your fault." And yeah, and I'll just try to shoulder her and try to work her towards wherever we're headed.
Okay.
Not
Make a medicine
home.
check on Selune as you're getting a close enough look to her to whisper to her.
That is a 7. Wow. I'm just
You're
really good at
killing those medical rolls today, but the eyes have been completely removed.
Are the lids open?
Yes.
I'll just...
Does it work like that? I think when there's not an eye, the lid doesn't really...
Well, narratively.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you have to.
We'll wrap
Never
like
mind.
a blindfold
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. And I just look at the other two. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know where Gilbetta is. I'm so sorry for Norbog and all these people, but we're out of our league for once. Or again, I guess, depending on how you put it.
We've always been out of our league. There isn't a league. It's the shit we get stuck dealing with.
From the way I see it, normally the odds seem to be against us, and I've seen you guys get over those odds. I have a feeling it's going to happen again. So, something bad happened. Let's not sit on it for too long, though, because we still need to deal with this, as Penn pointed out, and figure out where to put her. And it's definitely not going to be back at the keep. Does she need to breathe?
Who cares?
I go up.
I go back through the portal.
I was thinking, like, maybe I can put her in a, like... I don't know.
I assume the avatar needs to breathe just because it's a... But I mean, I'll put my finger in front of, like, her nose and see if there's air passing.
Yeah.
This form is just as... has the same necessities you and I do.
Can we just put her in another plane of existence?
We can try, but we're just buying time, Lilith. Until we can find Gilbetta, find the rings, find a way to wake her up.
That's what we need to do, though, is buy time, because we need to figure out where the hell Gilbetta is. Without the ring, we can't do anything.
We'll figure it out.
Unless we go after the source itself, which is the nightmare of whatever started this. We can chase after it and kill it or something. Didn't you say that we could probably go chase after its other half, the dream?
I mean, we could go find, and I assume I'm like working her down the stairs as we're doing
making
this.
your way back to the academy.
I assume that we can go to the deep ethereal, an incredibly dangerous place, which for once, all the levity of which is hitting me. Or not levity, the heaviness.
Gravity?
Yes, thank you, Kashan. I've never been worried. That's not true, I'm always worried, but I've never been worried like this for a long time. And I don't know what to do. And Gilbetta's not here.
I'll go. I'll risk it.
If we go, we can go together. I'm just saying it's bad all the way around. There's no easy fix, and I don't even know. It's just the King of Dreams or whatever he is. Like he owes us nothing.
And the worst he can say is no. But if he says yes, then we have some kind of leverage. But doing nothing isn't helping the situation right now.
And a small smile kind of curls, and I look at Lilith and I say, there's a little bit of warlock in you after all.
Please don't say that.
I'm sorry, I meant no offense. That's one of the highest compliments I can pay someone.
Maybe for you. But if I understand correctly, a warlock is contracted with something, correct?
Yes.
I don't take that too kindly.
Have you ever thought about getting married?
I walk off.
Same kind of thing.
Not gonna happen. Too much baggage anyways for that kind of shit. I stop walking. I turn around like, so where are we going? I just realized.
I as soon as I got back, I went looking for Norbog.
Very well.
I am at, we have an infirmary, right? Kind of like
there is an infirmary in the main keep area of the Avalon Knights Academy.
Yeah, so who's staffing that? Who am I talking to?
It's currently a collection of shamanistic healers from various Cobalt and Orc tribes that are doing the most of the work.
Is it the little kobolds from Copper City?
Yeah.
Can some of them be there? Okay,
The
thanks.
bone kobolds?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Some bone kobolds. Why not?
Yeah, and whoever is around, they're fine. They're physically fine now, but they won't wake up and their eyes are doing this. And can you fix it?
We will do our best. We'll attempt to figure out what exactly is wrong.
Okay, like how? Medicine?
We'll apply medicines. We will do our best to diagnose the issue by examining it closely and comparing it to other ailments that we've seen in the past. And then we'll work to fix it.
Yeah, okay. And kind of quietly to herself, don't have high hopes for it since Luna won't wake up and can't fix that.
As you go to walk away from the infirmary, saying these things to yourself, you pass the mind flayer that you encountered out in the mire of dead men, known as the Alchemist.
Oh, hi, I didn't know you followed here.
He looks at you and answers telepathically in your mind. I sensed something interesting here, so I came.
Interesting. Interesting? You think this is interesting?
Yes, do you not?
I think you're full of shit.
My form is largely comprised of liquid. although I do not believe any of it is accurate.
Do you have anything helpful to contribute, or are you just here to watch?
Well, I wanted to ask you who separated the minds of those bugbears.
What?
They're mine. They're gone. They are shell. It is a common technique amongst my people, reserved for only the primest specimen.
I grab him and back him up against the wall. Not too harshly, but...
He just kind of floats.
Yeah. They're shells. Does that mean they're dead or gone or...
No, the shells are very much alive. The minds are separated to allow them to be more pliable.
Where do they go?
That is difficult to say without...
Say it! Say it!
Them. The minds could be stored in another plane, a pocket dimension, or they can be sent to feed a brain.
How do you get them back in?
That is another process altogether. I can restitch a mind after it is recovered, but it must be found.
Grab him by his lapels, push him back into the room with all the healers and folks. Tell that all of them, figure it out, because I think I'm pretty useless right now, and just figure it out. And I storm out.
Yes, I'll probably catch you on your storm out. Well, what was it? What? Figure what out? Did you figure something out?
No, somebody else figured something out. Mind Flayer? I don't know if you've met them. He's been around a couple times, but he's here now. He thinks their minds have been separated out and are now somewhere else, so they're basically just living shells of people now, which is great. That's great.
Their minds are somewhere else?
They pulled them out of their skulls and are using them. Look, you're more clever than I am. You can go talk to him. He's in there. I don't know what to do or anything that you might ask me right now.
Okay. But I do want to talk to you. But this is possibly changes things. So, are you gonna, like, where are you heading to?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a complicated question. I'll find you. Get some air. And I'll go in. What? Mind flare.
They call me the Alchemist, he responds in your mind.
All right. The Alchemist.
Yeah.
What do you mean the minds are separated? Is that just like terminology, like we're using a soul, or is that different?
A soul is different. I am not very religious. Mind is everything that makes you move. Your actions, your personality, the functions that govern your daily life. That energy can be extracted from a body, and its essence contained. It is a kind of power source in many ways amongst my people.
Is there any way to figure out exactly who it would have been who did this? Because I have a few candidates.
It's difficult to say. One cannot define who dug a hole simply by looking at the hole left behind.
No, but you can figure out what sort of tool it was. Was it bare hands or a shovel?
Ah, yes. I am examining the methods by which these minds were separated. It was not gentle.
So, look, we're kind of up against, like, a thing that might just be the manifestation of the idea of nightmares, as well as, like, some people that are kind of in his corner, as well as, like, some nightmare gods, as well as, like, a nightmare of a god. Any of this sound like hitting the, ringing a bell there?
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's wild. So none of that is like sounds like the person who we're dealing with.
We are not a religious people. We find most of these things to be little more than superstition.
Okay, substitute God for like extremely powerful magical beings, because that's basically what they are, like immortal magical beings.
Ah, if that is the case, there are a number of beings that manipulate the mind with their magic. Your people are but in the infancy of this ability, but you expand on it through what you call spells. It is interesting to watch you play.
Okay, look, I need to just catch
And
you
he
up on some
moves
shit.
his tentacle as if in a smile.
I think I need to just catch you up on some shit. So, never mind.
That is all right. I know everything that you know now.
Fuck, I was hoping to avoid that. Well, alright, here we are. So, would this have more likely been one of the nightmare creatures, or the manifestation of Cyric?
We have not had many dealings with Cyric.
No, but I have, and you know all
knowledge is not... Right, but your dealings with Cyric do not have to do specifically with his powers and capabilities, more with his personality and who he is as a person. You have not seen Cyric flex his powers, so to speak. So your knowledge of that is limited. As a result, the amount I can learn from you is limited. However, with that in mind, we understand that he is a skilled manipulator. It is unlikely that he did this himself, but rather he is likely to have worked through a proxy. If there are multiple pieces in play, what you know about Cyric tells me that he would likely move those pieces to his advantage to accomplish his goals.
I gotta be honest. I'm sitting here and I'm analyzing myself, and I don't think I actually care. I think I'm just trying to justify a reason to go kill a god. And why do I need a reason? Why the fuck should I even need a reason? Like, they got these rules, but they don't follow them. What good are rules if there's constantly a loophole? Fuck it. Fuck it. And I'm just like walking out as I say this. And I go find Norbog. Norbog, fuck it. We're killing a god. Let's go kill a god.
Stormed off to her parents' garden.
Okay. Well, if I eventually find her. Just like...
Very well.
So, yeah?
Does anybody else have a scene they want to do while Kashono's stomping off to find Norbog?
I was taking Selene to Gilberta's room.
Very well.
I don't know what Lilith is doing because
I'm lecturing you as to like, why? Why the keep? No,
hold
what
on.
did I just say? I said not the keep.
Gilberta's room or Gilberta's office? Let's say maybe her office.
Gilberta-
That's inside the...
Well, y'all walked off, and I've got her.
Okay,
And
well,
I'm
if you're gonna leave the walls of the keep and go to
it's
the
out of the
ransacked
keep.
and destroyed crab shack, I think somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, where you going, bud?"
There's
I'm
got to be a
playing-
way to get to our rooms that's connected in the keep.
You have other
Not with
rooms
her. I'm
in-
gonna play tug of war with you.
You have other rooms in the main fortified keep area.
No.
Where is Gilberta's room with a pool that she resides in the keep? Also, we came back to the keep. We had to come back. There was no
we
other
didn't.
option.
Not she. She could stay there, not be at the keep.
As I'm carrying her moving, I guess this conversation, Lilith, there's nowhere else. We couldn't have left her there. You saw what happened when we left her there. We
Yeah,
can't
which
do
means
that.
it could happen here.
We
No.
can't.
Yes, we can.
We can't. That'd be like leaving me or anyone else behind. I wouldn't leave you there.
If you're a danger to my family, I will leave you behind.
We are dangers to ourselves.
No, we protect.
Oh, we don't. We try. Well, the fact that we chose to stick around each other put each of us in different dangers for different reasons. You've all had to deal with my family. You've had to deal with people who have come after me. You know, we've had to deal with people who have come after Kashano. Currently, he's dealing with potentially Cyric. Norbog is relatively new, but I mean, we're now dealing with some bugbear stuff that I don't even fully understand. And I know you've got family issues. We all do.
But they're outside the keep.
Come home eventually. We can't run forever. And also, and I kind of like make a point, like as I'm lifting her, just kind of like, and this is part of our family.
That's a danger to the bigger part of a family.
It doesn't matter. We're all like that. People come after all of us. And this is part of Gilbetta's, like, I know you might not understand a connection to a god because you don't like contracts. You don't like connections like that, apparently. But here's the deal. When you find a god, whether you make a deal with them or whether you pray to them or whether it's a mixture of both, they become everything to you. That is your family. That is someone who you trust to the ends of the earth. And right now, we're holding on to a piece of Gilbetta's that has been maimed because we fucked up and left her somewhere that wasn't home. If you wouldn't leave anyone else of our family outside of these walls, then this is absolutely no different, whether we like it or not.
What happened over there happened over there. Pen, if you want to bring her here, have her around your patron in whatever realm he or it is in.
The Ethereal, they're all connected. I can move her there, sure, but I don't know that it'll make any difference. People will try to get to the Ethereal. The closest connection to the Ethereal is in here. No matter where we put her around here, something's going to come. But we're safer here than we are anywhere else. Lilith, we can't do anything else. You saw what happened to the people that stayed behind to protect her in the other place. It's not safe.
You're risking the fact that it's going to happen here at the keep.
Then we have to move her somewhere and we have to stay with her and we have to be the risk. That's the only other option.
Fine.
And we can do that. And I imagine we're at Gilbetta's room by now.
Oh, yeah.
When did we get here?
We've been walking and arguing. And I'm like, but before we do that, we have to decide and come together and figure something out. And as we walk in, I'll go to wherever Gilbetta's moon pool is here that she has, and I'll just gently lower the avatar into it.
Very well. She
and
floats.
Salt water, nice.
Thank goodness.
Lots of salt.
Sinks to the bottom. Shit.
It only drowns the avatar of Selune.
And then I turn back to Lilith, and I'm like, we can move her, but we can't leave her. Even if you were a danger, I wouldn't abandon you somewhere off to fend for yourself, especially not in that state. You want to protect our family? This is part of it.
Plane of Dreams. She can't have nightmares at the Plane of Dreams.
I don't know if it works like that, but I mean, I'll trust your gut on that.
I'm just trying to come up with possible solutions.
Absolutely. I'm with you. We need a way, and I'm thinking, and do we know, does anyone on the keep have like any type of thing that's the equivalent of like a minimus containment, like something that we could use to put her in a very much smaller holding thing?
A larger bag of holding?
Well, those have oxygen in them. Containments tend to work a little
The Mage
different.
Tower does occasionally utilize pocket dimensions.
Maybe we can attach one to something and bring it with us. We need to go find Norbog and Shano and figure this out, and it'll be okay. We won't put anyone else here at risk, just us. Nothing's gonna happen. Never felt more like a parent lying to a child than that statement.
Don't get too relaxed. Anything could happen at the keep.
Yeah, well, we can only do what we can do.
And you know what I've been saying. Or thinking of solutions.
Yeah.
Either Plane of Dreams or something.
We'll leave. We'll go. I'm with you. Right beside you.
Perhaps your patron will know how to get there?
If anyone does, he will. Or that guy that we have in containment right now. Somewhere in the Star Mountains, there was a portal to the deep Ethereal, which is the only way there, I think. But if that's where we need to go, then we'll go. But first, we gotta go make sure Norbog's okay. And maybe even Kajano.
Right.
And there's like an awkward moment of like Penn like looking and trying to think, how do you like, what's a reassuring like gesture? And it's like kind of like a hand on the shoulder and then no, and not like touch, but start to, and then like and he'll just kind of hold his hand out, like
while you're trying to figure out what to do. Like Lil's also like looking back and forth between the door and like Selune door. Selune is like, do we leave here? Do we take her with us too? And so you got like two characters like trying to decide what to do.
DM, quick question about canonical events. The box of like parts.
Yeah.
That Darius McLaren got.
Mm-hmm.
That was basically the old equipment of alternative Darius. Did that contain a rod of security? Because that was on the other Darius's character sheet. I'm just wondering if that made it off the bat.
Oh, sure.
Sure? All right.
Yeah.
Some of you may remember Lucathor has two ultimates. And I want to kind of interpret that as to just like it can apply to one of my other NPCs. So I'm going to cash in a Lucathor ultimate to say that that Darius McLaren kind of wanders into this just like, I've been looking for you. Something I thought might be useful, especially in present times. I did discover this in the remains of my alternate selves equipment. And he holds out the rod of security and explains what it is and what it does. For anyone who doesn't know, it can basically transport up to 200 creatures to a demi-plane where it's basically a paradise and everything you want is provided for you. For an amount of time of 200 days divided by the number of creatures. So what you're realizing is you can have an NPC take the body of Selune into a secure demi-plane. Do with that what you will.
Do it.
Who did he give this to?
He came in and talked to the two of you. No, Penn and Lilith.
Oh,
us?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was like wondering, like, who's he talking to?
Thank you. Okay.
I thought that given our certain predicament, perhaps this could be helpful and useful, though I'm not as knowledgeable on these matters as yourself.
Absolutely. Sure, I'll definitely take this and we'll figure it out. Thank you. This could help a lot of the people here, actually.
Just
we're in a
remember
safe place.
that the amount of time it keeps them there for is 200 days divided by the number of people. The more people you send, the fewer days they can stay.
Gotcha.
Are they stuck there?
Oh, they can come
Permanently
back
for
whenever
200
they
days?
like. They can let themselves out whenever they like.
And we can go visit whenever we like?
Oh, no. It's sort of
No?
a vehicle. It will take the intended people to the place and then take them back.
When they're ready.
Whoever has the rod, I imagine.
Yes.
So do we need to eat?
I don't think so.
Do we need to send someone to feed her?
Well, I'm sure we can figure it. Thank you, Darius.
Any biological needs like food or water will exist in the place. Sufficient quantities.
Oh. Well then.
Yes. Okay. Darius,
I like it.
Can you attune these to specific demi-planes, or is it just like...
It kind of creates one as far as I understand.
Okay. Thank you. I think we need to get this to the others, and I'm starting to like try to grab Lilith's hand and like run out the door because I'm like, thank you, because like this might help a lot.
Oh, fantastic! I'm
coming,
I'm
Lilith?
glad to be a help.
Oh, I'm coming, and then I'm actually thinking something else. Like, so creating a whole new demi-plane. While Selûne is like this in this condition, and we have no idea how long it's going to take to get her out. I laugh a little to myself, like, what if we end up making a new plane of nightmares from whatever comes out of
as we're running, or demi-planes exist in the pre-existing like system of planes, so we could potentially poke a little hole in one and make a new with some tinkering. I think we could make a way into where we need to go with this. A more direct route. A demi-plane in the plane of dreams or in the plane of nightmares. Just the deep ethereal. If I'm remembering this correctly. Magic is a big spectrum of things. You can make it wibble as much as you want.
You still haven't answered my question, though.
What is your question as I'm running?
Can you have nightmares at the plane of dreams?
Are you a masochist? Do you consider a dream to be a nightmare and vice versa? Because maybe, but I don't know. I mean, do dreams have nightmares? Do dreams dream? I imagine we just do this for a while as we're sprinting back to wherever. I imagine maybe we see Kashano's coattail as he's like heading into the forest after Norbog or something.
Well, let's go to Norbog. As she makes her way to her parents' garden. What are you up to at the garden, Norbog?
I find a nice big rose bush, plant myself underneath it, and hug my knees. And under my breath, I start praying. You owe me, you bastard. You owe me, you owe me. You've never answered me before. But I know you're here. I know you're here. Skickrax, I know you're here. You owe me. Answer, you bastard.
What do you want?
I want my parents back.
What will you give me for them?
What do you want?
More nightmares.
How?
Find me another powerful dreamer. One full of fear.
Roll my eyes at him. Those are a dime a dozen right now. You've done a pretty good job at that. Find them yourself. It's what you're supposed to be good at. Or are you losing touch? Because you've never shown your face before, so I mean, like...
The nightmares will be my new worshippers. A legion of them to give me that power. become stronger than Urgek.
How?
Your prayers, your worship gives us strength. If I can create my own worshippers, I can become as powerful as I want. With my new allies, it will be a simple task.
Sorry, just you're supposed to be God, right? Can't you aren't you supposed to convince people to worship you?
They fear me. It is not the same.
Have you thought about being nicer? You could start by giving me my parents back. You might win me over if you did that.
You have my terms, Cub.
Useless gods. If they were actually powerful, they could just do things. No, go find worshippers for me, Norbog. Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's not a good enough deal. Fuck him. Fuck them. Yeah, I'm just pouting under a rose bush now because, like, I don't know what to do.
Okay. When I find her, I just probably chilled out in the process of looking for her, so I just sit down next to her.
Probably chilled out in the process of cursing out a bugbear god, so... Hi.
Hi. Your parents are...
Yep.
Yeah.
Any brilliant ideas?
So, how familiar are you with the relatively recent history of death gods?
You're kidding, right? Just look at him like... I don't do gods. They're pretty useless to me. I couldn't even tell you who the big death god is.
I kind of like...
It's true, I do not know.
Turn the hilt of my weapon towards her. Kalimvor.
Oh, the one who talks to you sometimes.
The one who used to be a lot more help than he is lately.
Getting that sense, gods really are not that much help.
They've got all these rules, and then they like constantly break them, or other ones break them because like not everyone's following them. Anyways,
what's the point of having all that power if you're just going to make rules that you have to follow?
well, that's the thing. They don't have nearly as much power as they'd like you to think.
Their power is in the people who pray.
Yeah. How exactly the rules get made don't seem to be very clear. But, like any rules, they're followed or not. There are consequences both ways. Cyric was the previous death god. Didn't like follow anyone's rules.
Didn't? Past tense?
Well, he was deposed. This was basically the ascension of Kalimvor to the post. Most people agree Kalimvor is kind of a little more benevolent about the whole situation. Cyric, bit of a sadist. Anyways, he was sentenced to be held in a sort of prison plane for 1,000 years. Not that long in the life of an immortal, I guess, but maybe they figured they'd deal with it later. A few of the people involved in that, though, were Canvor and Mistra and Selune. So, with this perspective, we can assume that the version of Cyric manifested by Selune's nightmares, while not as powerful as a fully deified divine spark holding god, potentially the most dangerous version. And I fear that he or it or whatever will likely remain one step ahead of us.
So is there a clever idea that you're gonna follow up all this information with? Sorry, that was mean.
No, it's fine. I understand. Look, there's a couple different scenarios here that we can follow in my estimation. Granted, this is all quick and off the top of my head, but... Number 1. We try to chase down this manifestation of Cyric, but we don't even know if we can kill a nightmare. And if we do, if it'll come back. So what's it really going to accomplish? He's likely always to stay one step ahead of us, cause us nothing but frustration. Number 2. We can wake up Selune. I know you're not concerned with her well-being, but I've done a lot of reading on sort of the history of our world, and one thing I can tell you with almost 100% certainty is when one pillar of power falls, it's chaos for quite some time until a new power structure emerges, and letting her be completely pulled from the equation is only going to make things worse for all of us. So, much as I hate to say this, we may need to prioritize waking her up right now. But after that, I don't care about that power structure anymore. We need to look out for this. We need to see this through for Gilberta.
Well, yeah.
But after that, fuck it, I've already died a couple times. I don't see what else interesting I could do with my life at this point besides kill a god. And I've got a few on my list, and it sounds like you got a few on yours, so what do you say as we go along? What's that?
Who do you want to start with?
I want to get Cyric in his spot. If we can. Or maybe we could start with bugbears. I don't know.
They might be easier.
We'll have to sort that out. Yeah, what are sort of the difficulty levels? Work our way up the rank. But frankly...
Well, they don't have many worshippers, so it might be easier to start there.
And I have thoughts on that, too. Point is... Glad to hear you're on board. I'm gonna keep that in the back of your mind. And let's keep an eye out for more definitive answers. Exactly how you snuff a divine spark. Because...
I mean, they're pretty useless doing beneficial things, so they can't be all that powerful.
No. But what makes them powerful is the lack of information.
Mm.
Because that's the one thing they all agree on. Is they don't want us to know how they die.
Well, that's so ironic that they think they're better than us, but they're nothing without people who believe in them.
Yeah.
So, at some point towards the end of this conversation, I imagine Penn and Lilith arrive.
And like we haven't just been talking about killing gods.
Yeah.
Wait, do we arrive here and you say that?
Yeah,
No.
You guys went looking for it.
No.
Come on.
So
I don't know. Do I
Len-
give him a perception check?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
You
Point
guys
out that,
want
like-
to know this conversation, or do you?
Have you
Also, I
forgotten what my
purposefully
mission
went
was?
and like I'm hiding behind a bush,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
Well,
you need to find us first.
kill an
can we,
Arc Fae,
can we
so-
compromise? Can we compromise and say if they roll well, they'll come in at the
Sure.
end of the conversation to know we've just agreed to some sort of pact?
Lily's too busy nagging on Pen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
let's
an
face it.
8.
As much as I want to hear this conversation, we're probably babbling.
Okay.
So, like,
you'll
you heard us
definitely hear them coming.
Yeah,
I
so-
heard an 8.
But yeah, as we get there, we're like,
Theory talk.
yeah, I imagine we at least heard that y'all were around here. So we're like, all right, where are y'all? We got places to go.
Don't stomp through the roses. They're my dad's favorite. We'll come out.
Presumptuous. I would never. And I'm like, I'm standing at the edge of it.
Norbog, as you stand up,
Mm-hmm.
I've hurt my players too much today. As you stand up, you can see just where you had your legs arched,
Mm-hmm.
an unusually large sprout has come up. And it has this tight bulb at the top, and there's a small curled vine that's attached to what looks like a pod of seeds.
That's weird. That's not how roses bloom.
And
I'm
as you
tempted to
say
pluck
that,
it, but I'm not sure what.
the bulb opens into this beautiful pointed petal flower. Dozens and dozens of petals on this thing, almost like a lily, and they're multicolored. They seem to shimmer in the light, almost like an opal. There's something almost familiar about this bloom, that you can almost feel something almost kind of ancestral about it. But you're not sure exactly what it is, but there's this lingering familiarity.
I dig out the entire flower rather than just pulling it so that I don't kill it. Scoop the soil out around it.
You scoop the soil out around it. The root goes unusually deep, almost as though it seems to be connected to another plant far, far away. But you get deep enough into it that you're able to kind of cut it loose, and you think that it'll be fine.
Yeah, and I imagine there's pots scattered around.
Oh,
Find
absolutely.
an appropriate sized pot. and
Ogbog has like gardening supplies all over the place.
Repot it.
He's very dedicated, not terribly tidy, but and yeah, you find a pot and you're able to pot it out. It takes root very easily and still looks very healthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it with me. I don't know what else to do. What can I roll?
What do you want to
nature?
do? What do you
I
want to
don't
know
know.
about this flower? You can do a
Can I do
nature
nature?
check.
Nature is not very good. 6.
Okay. You've never seen a flower like this before,
Great.
but still, there's
Wish
something
my
about
dad
it.
was here to probably know what it is. But I'll take it under my arm and leave it in my room and study it when things are less horrible.
So, while this is going on, back at the academy, deep in the forests of Chult, in the jungle, there is a cave that, if properly utilized and if the ritual is done correctly, someone can commune with the Prince of Lies, Cyric, in his demi-plane prison. And as the ritual is finished, an image of Cyric is projected. Ah, well, if it isn't me. Yes, not exactly, I'm afraid. As the nightmare projection of Cyric looks at his hand and the wisps of gray-black smoke begin again. Going to be tricky to work around this. So I figured I'd go ask myself for a little information. Well, I dare say my network's a bit closed off right now, but I can definitely see a world where we could be of use to each other. Perhaps maybe you open my door and I solve your smoking problem. I know better than to make an agreement with myself. But I am of little options at the moment. So let's start our tentative agreement with you telling me about the people that set up our dear Saloon in the heart of Ubtao. And he reaches into a satchel and pulls out what appears to be a macabre facsimile of a pair of opera glasses. But where the lenses would be, there are the eyes of Salune. Use my most impressive sight to guide me. And we're going to take a break right there.
Yep. I mean, I didn't want to like ruin your thing, but I was like, Salune's nightmare isn't the existence of Cyric, the escape of Cyric. He's gonna go get the other one out. And here we are. So yeah, while we're on break, we're gonna take a 15-minute break and chat while we're gone. All of your canonical D&D knowledge about how to kill a god. All right, we'll be back.
My name is Sean Goodfellow, and I love to use miniatures in my tabletop RPGs. Every time I tried to build a large encounter, I never had the exact miniatures I needed. I tried to find solutions a ton of different ways. I'd bought blind boxes, I tried to buy individual miniatures online, but the selections were always limited. I searched all over the place to try and find secondhand collections just to build out to get enough miniatures to build large specific encounters. And over again, I just ended up spending a fortune without getting exactly what I wanted. And I just thought to myself, there has to be a better way to supply game masters and dungeon masters with the miniatures that they need for the encounters and scenarios that they plan to build. So here's what I came up with. I decided to work on a design that was compact and didn't have a lot of bits sticking out, but was still identifiable as the creature. The reason I wanted to create a design like this was, for one, as I wanted a miniature that was durable and that if you shoved a bunch of these in a bag, had them rattling around, you weren't going to get to your game, pull out your miniatures, and find a bunch of arms and legs and pieces missing. The second reason I did this is I wanted them to be simple enough that they could be mass-produced in plastic molds at a very low cost. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to spend a ton of money on a group of minions that is going to be dead as fast as your wizard can say fireball. So with those design ideas in hand, I went to a 3D modeler and commissioned these prototype designs for a group of goblin miniatures. The idea is to have each specific goon type have 3 variations, perhaps more if things get really successful, and then sell them in bags of 10. So when you need a large encounter of goblins, kobolds, zombies, what have you, just pick up your bag of 10 and you're good to go. I want to change the way people buy miniatures when they're building large encounters, rather than spending a ton of money on blind boxes and individual miniatures and just other solutions that don't quite give you exactly what you want. I want Bag of Goons to be something that gives you what you need without costing you a lot. So that's my design and that's my plan. The next thing I need is, well, you. I want to know that this is something that people want to have at their tables. So I'm looking to get this kickstarted. If you fund this project, you'll be putting money towards the cost of producing the miniatures, and you'll get some for yourself if you fund it at the levels listed below. And if we reach our stretch goals, I plan to institute other varieties. We're just going to be starting out with goblins at first, because I really just want to see if this is something that people are after. If this is something people want at their tables. And if you guys tell me you want it, I'm going to make as many varieties as I can. So if you're a dungeon master or a game master and you think it's about time you're able to get the minions and legions of monsters that you need for your games without paying a ton of money, support our Kickstarter, and I hope to make Bag of Goons a reality for years and years to come. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, also known as the Mad Maker, and I'd like to congratulate you on the decision to purchase one of our mythic mugs from madmakerprints.com. Also known as my Etsy store. You're very wise and attractive for making this decision. And since you have such impeccable style and discerning taste, I want to make sure you have all the information you need before placing your order. The first and most important thing to know is that our mythic mugs are not really mugs. They're can holders. They hold cans of cold beverages. Like any 3D printed product, the surface is too porous to properly sanitize for food safety. So don't drink directly from them, and don't put them in the dishwasher, because they are 3D printed from plastic, and they will warp or melt. If your mug gets dirty, you can wipe it off or rinse it down, as we finish all of our paint jobs with a clear coat to protect it from your little dribbles. If you decide to add more paint to it for a pop of color or contrast, we recommend you do the same. Our mugs are printed and painted to order. And though we print in high quality PLA Plus with high detail settings, you're still going to get little imperfections like blobs, or pits, but you're mostly only going to notice those from up real close. Now, if you're a real stickler for perfection, or if you just like tinkering with arts and crafts, you can order unpainted versions. This is our bone white. We can also print them in plain black. Some of the mugs have a premium paint job option available. If that's the case, what you see in the first image on the product page is the example of what that premium paint job looks like. Everything you see in those pictures and everything you see here is an example of what you can expect when you order one of our mythic mugs. We haven't done any extra smoothing or finishing on any of these, and we use the same high quality paints we're gonna use if you order a painted mug. And just like everything in our shop, if you are for any reason unhappy with the product you receive, get in touch with us immediately and we'll do everything we can to make it right. Be sure to read the description of the specific designs you're looking at, as a few of them can only fit certain can sizes. For example, the standard barrels only fit 12-ounce cans, along with the halfling jug and the boulder buddies. The barrels also come sized for pints, and if you want any of our mugs sized up to hold really big cans, get in touch. We'll see what we can do. Most of our mugs, however, are sized to fit a 16.9-ounce can. Since 12-ounce cans are the most common here in North America, we do include one of our mythic inserts with each of these for free that adapts it to a 12-ounce can, so you can start drinking your favorite beverage of choice right away. If you normally drink other size cans, check out the listing for mythic inserts on our shop page. There should be a link directly to that listing in the description of all the mugs that can use them. Almost all of our mugs by default come with a lid. That lid is held on with threads. That means that the inside of the mug is threaded. But once the can's in there, you don't really see those threads anyways. The reason they all have lids is because these designs are very popular with tabletop gamers. And being able to close it up means that you can use it to store your dice, or even your minis. If for some reason you're vehemently opposed to having those threads in your mug, shoot us a message. We'll be happy to print you one without threads. Also, some of the designs, like the Necromancer, are asymmetrical. By default, we're going to print those off so that when you hold it in your right hand, the main design faces outwards. If you'd instead like a left-handed version, those particular models will have a personalization section on the order page. That's where you're going to indicate that you'd like a lefty instead. Be sure to follow the store or follow me over on Twitter so you can see when new designs are released, and check out the shop right now. We offer a variety of tabletop accessories like this cool dice tower, as well as 3D printing services for your tabletop minis and terrain, whether you got those from a website like Hero Forge or from a Kickstarter. Also name dice, they're cool, check them out. Remember, when you show up to your next game night as the classiest hero at the table, the quickest way for your friends to get to my shop is to go straight to madmakerprints.com. May your drinks always stay cold, and may the gods bless your rolls. You know what? There's probably a platform out there where we could pretty simply... There's got to be something open source for creating fighting games, right? We can make a Mercs of Mischief fighting game.
Look, we gotta come up with special moves. You can't just say it's a fighting game.
Well, all the special moves are built in. We just have to rip off all of WotC's IP.
I picture that Grubhub in the Forgotten Realms is delivered by a literal grub. And when you close the door, it hops up on two legs and dashes away.
Who's hub?
I don't
know what's better, the name or the silence that came immediately afterwards.
I was thinking
come up to your window?
eat. Can you imagine an army delivering one taco to your door?
I think that the Academy should corner the gig economy here.
I think it's
Let's do
Dimension
it.
DoorDash.
Dimension DoorDash?
Brandon, we can't hear you.
I think he said, "God damn it!"
That seems like a very Braden.
Now he's flailing about, even though we still can't hear
He's
him.
entering problem-solving mode.
He's cussing out something. Like, man, that was so easy.
I like when you steal like a shitty truck from like some farm people. Fucking
Vince.
every cop in the county comes after you guys. But you
Vincent.
break out of a hospital. It's just like, well, I went over the bridge. They're gone now.
Like, seriously, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is like the fucking easiest shit. You have been programming Monopoly games since 1992. Alright? This isn't difficult. How did you fucking whiff this so bad? No, like, this is fucking inexcusable. In fucking 2010.
Still frozen on my side. I'm playing with a bunch of fucking ghosts, and nobody can complete this auction. I'm looking at a fucking empty auction screen. This is all fucking Ubisoft's fault. You fucking shit the bed so bad on a game that was mastered before the fucking Great Depression. Holy shit!
Ow, God, I can't breathe.
Scratched the code. It ain't over yet. I've played my Silver Flame Ritual card, which places a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control. And if I play it with the Adamant cost, if at least 3 white mana was used to cast the spell, all of the creatures gain Vigilance as well, giving my token knight +1/+1 in Vigilance, along with both of my Basari lieutenants and my youthful knight. I'm doing the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I place into play my Silverwing Squadron, a flying human knight. It has Vigilance, so it does not need to tap to attack. When the Silverwing Squadron's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures I control, Silverwing Squadron, whenever it attacks, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance, equal to the number of opponents I have. And that's you, Kaiba!
Party pillows don't have to be weird.
They don't.
I know. They can be very weird. That's why I said they don't have to be.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're using a skeleton as a pillow, Skylar, what are you doing?
It's a pill. It's a what?
It's a pile of bones. It's not a pillow.
It's a friend.
It is calcium at best.
Ambush! Push!
No, please.
Ambush! Push!
Hey.
What are you doing?
You stop.
Why don't we're close?
Hello. Who would like really hard mozzarella stick? I found them on the table.
That's wooden plank, you idiot.
This mozzarella stick is good for you.
Oh, I touch. Let me touch your face.
Caress me, sir.
I'm trying to, but your face is too far.
I spilled bodies everywhere. But I do know the solution. There's a business called Penn's Catering. Feeding Hellspawn and getting bodies gone. Feeling swole.
Okay, I killed their healer. Good puppy. Good puppy. Oh, yes. you need to ride this out to its final tragedy. Like,
guys, I've been talking to this dog for a while, and he's got some good ideas.
I have a technical question. How short is that T-shirt?
It's a crop top.
Guy.
You.
It's a crop top. I'm not. It's not lewd. I'm sorry, my midriff is there. Don't shame me.
Are you a fucking roller derby chick in 1960s California? Why do you have a crop top?
Or alternatively, are you a volleyball dude in 1980s California?
Roll the dice if you dare. Let's go and fight, protect, persuade, deceive. Let your party run free. You can't take back your choice in the ending. So go on and work together. Family of strangers. Help to get This is your time. It's your story to tell. Enter the world of mercenary. Mischief, mischief, mischief.
Barry the Beholder has 11 points of view. Barry the Beholder's got his eyes on you. Barry the Beholder, he'll never let us down. Barry the Beholder, he's the mayor of our town. Barry the Beholder is a big round ball, 10 eye stalks and a giant gaping maw. A single big round eye sits above his toothy frown. He's Barry the Beholder, he's the mayor of our town. Barry the Beholder went to Aberration U, a PhD in politics and fine arts too. He studied long and hard, he'd no longer be a slayer, and that's why we elected him to be our city's mayor. We elected him and he said with a grin, no need to be afraid, I'm not that guy. I used to kill and maim, but I'm no longer the same monster that made all your parents die. We might have all been charmed, but we knew he'd do no harm. He was the greatest mayor ere there was. He's big and round and he'd never bring us down, and that's why he's the mayor of our town. Barry the Beholder has 11 points of view. Barry the Beholder's got his eyes on you. Barry the Beholder, he'll never let us down. Barry the Beholder, he's the mayor of our town. Barry the Beholder had a lot of work to do. Our town was not well manned.
All right, I hope you all got a good short rest there. Hopefully our heroes will be able to get a rest because they're not looking so good on their feet right now. But before we jump back into that, let's see who we're playing with today, Puck.
Hello, and welcome back to the Mercenaries of Mischief. I like to take this moment at the midpoint of the show to say that I'm a very lucky Dungeon Master because I get to play with all these cool people here. And I'd like them to tell you about the things that they do out there on the internet. And start with today. Well, we ended with Penn today, so we're going to start with Penn today. Penn, tell us about what you do.
Hi, I'm Noctum Sky. You can find me on YouTube where I do all my stuff, everything. Now I stream over there too. So YouTube is like where I'm nestled in and settling down. So go subscribe to me over there. Trying really hard to get to 1,000 subs so I can try to start working towards monetization. So any little bit helps. If you want to share a video you like, go get me with that. And yeah, I've got some other stuff in the plans because next month is October and that is my shit. So keep an eye out over there and there will be something spoopy in store. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And next up, Norbog, tell us about what you got going on the internet.
Hi guys, I'm Arcady. I don't have too much going on the internet right now, but you can find me hanging out over on my Twitter, which is Arcady Cosplay, because I make cool stuff and I wear it and take pictures of it. So you can find me doing that over on Twitter. You can also find me over on Twitch, which is Arcady Plays, where I'm slowly working my way through the Mass Effect series. And occasionally I play co-op games with Jonathan. And yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, it's nothing too exciting, but come around.
All right. We'll look forward to see you there. And next up is Lilith. Tell us what you got going on, Lilith.
Oh boy, it's all about Final Fantasy. Hi, Lilith Dipper Dog. I'm mainly on YouTube, uploading Final Fantasy lore or gameplays. Right now, I am gonna go and purchase the entire package of the Pixel remaster of Final Fantasy. I can't wait. If you haven't seen my Final Fantasy 4 playthrough, give it a shot. If you like the Super Nintendo era, it's so nostalgic and good. Sorry. And yeah, I do podcasts as well. If you guys want to hear me talk about information you may have not heard about before, if interested in that genre. As well as I'm also starting a gameplay of Detroit Become Human. And I'll tell you right now, it's not going well for me. I already made some... See? I'm down to 2 characters.
How many do you start with?
Oof.
3. Who did you kill?
I ain't telling you. You gotta watch and find out.
Intrigue.
Well played.
Right? So also, if you guys want to catch my excitement for Final Fantasy VI, that's going to be coming up on September 30th. Click on the link I just put on Twitch. Announcing everything and my little VTuber dancing, because that's always fun with the victory fanfare going on. That all right, I think I'm done. Yeah, what's up? Hi.
Excellent.
Follow me and subscribe. You'll love it. I'm done. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Kashana, what do you got going on? Tell us about that cool mug you've been drinking out of.
Oh, this one, I still got to put these out. You know what? I will get these barrel ones up in the store this week. That's madmakerprints.com. You can find that in my link tree where you can buy mythic mugs. But I'm going to be adding some more designs. Like, I got to redesign the hook. Like the fighter. It's got a dragon shield and chainmail on it. It's very cool. I'm going to be adding these into the store this week. For those of you who don't know, these are, you don't drink right out of them. You just put your can in there, which is great for, it's like a coaster, so you don't get rings on your game map. Also great for storing your dice. Also great for if you're a streamer and you don't want to be giving out free advertising to beverage brands. You can just get one of these and it hides the whole thing. If you're drinking energy drinks, there's inserts you can get in the store too to make it fit different size cans. You can get those if you got those tall 12-ounce energy drink cans. So yeah, that's one of the many things I do. Check out my link tree for the rest.
Thank you so much. And I'm the Dungeon Master, and I'm going to be doing this forever. And and also I've got my Kickstarter is fully funded. Bag of Goons is a reality. It's ready to go, which means I got a lot of work ahead of me in the next coming months. So but I don't have to talk about it as much now. So
there's still time to get yours, though. I got
still
mine.
time to get in on it. Yes, thanks to some incredible friends and some really cool people in everything. It is fully funded, and I like to thank everybody for their support on it. And you can get in. Still 10 more days left. If you want to help get stretch goals, I want to expand this. The end of the day, I want Bag of Goons to encompass all of the creatures that you encounter in very large numbers. So your CRs 1/4, CR 1/3, CR 1/2, and even CR1 creatures, all those kind of things, and maybe even some creatures that you see in other RPGs. Do you want to see techno goons? Do you want to see little skittering robots and kind of things? Maybe we'll get other kind of goons.
Yeah.
But I want to keep expanding and building on it, because I know as a dungeon master, when you buy terrain, you get what you want. When you buy books, you get what you want. When you buy dice, you get what you want. Minis are the only things that we buy blindly. I want to change that.
You're also giving me a reason to draw monsters, and I'm excited for it.
Yes, I am giving giving Dipper a reason to draw monsters for me with our
Yay.
companion goon rolls, goon tokens, which is our token brand of that. And I've got some other things I want to expand. I've got big plans for Goon's game supplies. But anyways,
Also, quick shout out to everyone in the chat who dropped their brainstorming on how to kill gods. We'll be going through all of that and taking copious notes.
Can you also do Arcfey too? Please. Thank you.
drop your Arcfey tips for Lilith.
If anything, wouldn't that be like easier?
Yeah, let's baby step it.
In the Archfey.
I said it before. Do you not listen to me, Pat?
I listen to everyone. I forget everything promptly.
Okay, I same problem. It's
I listen. I don't retain.
Look, Puck and Zillas are on the shit list.
Right, he's Archfey.
Puck, do me a favor, real quick. Stick your left arm out like this. I can't figure out where the side of your there we go. Hold on.
T-posing DM.
I can't get it lined right up.
What is happening?
Okay,
I'm so scared.
No, you're good. Okay, you're good.
Okay.
There we go.
He was cropping stuff. No
Yeah,
worries.
the crop was a little bit off, and it was driving me nuts. Okay.
I saw an opportunity to make it weird, and I jumped on it. All right, so when last we left our heroes, there's a little bit of a massacre in the heart of Ooptau. Ogbog the Manslayer and Ranva were among the casualties. Salune's eyes were among the casualties. And the party's kind of been collecting themselves and trying to come up with ideas of where to go next. But they're also exhausted because it's been non-stop for them since Jobetta's wedding. And now the group has gathered in the garden.
Doesn't that potion maker have something like an energy drink that we don't need to sleep kind of thing?
Wait, what?
I don't know.
That's like
Whistle
meth.
Whip.
Yeah, you want some crack from Whistle Whip? Is this what you're...
If it's gonna...
Go tell Whistle Whip you don't want to sleep and see what he says.
Yeah, pretty much. And re-energize us. Yeah. That vitality shit.
That doesn't feel like the best.
Oh, we're in game right now. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're using our made-up names.
We should go to the plane of dreams. That's what Lilith is suggesting, and that'll be end. We can go get some answers.
Well, I think we
have
to sleep. At this point, I don't know how much good. My brain's not quite firing on all the cylinders. I haven't slept in a couple days now. I feel like. I'm not sure. I'm kind of losing track of time, but I think. Can we get rest without immediately traveling to the plane of dreams, do you think?
Only if we put Salune in that security stick.
Yeah, we have a lot of security now from what's his name? We have an extra planar dimension.
A solution for Salune.
That's not a solution.
A partial
It sounds
solution.
like a solution. My understanding is a rod of security.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in a place that you can only get to with the rod of security. And they bring it with them, right?
Yeah, but someone has to initiate it, which would put a body there, which would put a person that could be manipulated, and I kind of gesture back at the keep, but the implication is back at the heart of Ooptau.
But if they can't get there and contact it, they can't even contact it, right?
Who got there?
Let me see it.
We don't even know what
may
happened.
I see it?
Yes, here. I don't here.
I'll cast Identify on it in hopes that we can get some sort of ruling on how this thing works.
With Identify, you gain the knowledge that when you speak the command word, you can transport up to 200 people into a created paradise demiplane. You can keep them there for 200 days times the number of people in there, or divided by the number of people in there.
And do I have any idea of how secure this demiplane in the route of security is?
What do you know about demiplanes?
Well,
Arcana check, please.
Yep. 17.
Okay, well, Kashano's been studying a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to whisper to Pen and be like, he is lapping you.
You understand that demiplanes do exist in the deep ethereal. However, it's so expansive you could travel it your entire life and never encounter another one.
Okay.
So it's like finding a needle in a stack of needles inside of a stack of needles inside of a haystack, if you want to find a specific demiplane in the deep ethereal.
Do I know if locate spells would work there?
No, because they're not on any prime material plane. You'd have to be on the same plane, so you'd have to be within that demiplane for a locate spell to work.
Okay. Yeah, so this seems like it's like a full demiplane, like that one that exists within the deep ethereal. So it's like parallel. The point is, it would be sort of like if you knew someone had built a single hut somewhere in an endless desert, and you decided to go looking for them, and had no means of their location. So it's not completely outside a possibility of her being found, but of her intentionally being found by people looking for her, very unlikely.
We can't even ask Jolbetta. There's no way.
Jolbetta's not here right now, and we can't wait for her to get back before making important decisions. It sounds safer than keeping her here.
Agreed.
We're going to just keep losing more and more of our family.
Agreed.
Who do we want to send with her?
I volunteer as tribute.
We need you with us, I think.
Whoever we sent last time, it was just chaos.
That was a completely different situation, though. That was a place on the prime material plane. That's where other material things could get to.
What if we send another god?
Do you think he'd go?
I think he could understand why it was the best option for him to go.
You understand, though, that the nature of this thing is sort of severing ties. I don't know if you'll be able to communicate with him while he's there.
I know. But he's the only one that I trust that's powerful enough in that specific way to potentially not be affected by something like this. We don't really have anyone like that. We're all very susceptible to God shit. I don't really see another option.
If he's willing.
If he says no, perhaps a warforge? Something mechanical?
They are immune to charm.
You know who else is immune to charm? Well, I don't know if he's immune. but very experienced with them at least. Tommy, he might enjoy a little rest as well.
Well, let's start with the start and let's go from there. I'm sure I have some questions too. Where are we going? Are we going to the plane of dreams? Is that the plan? We have to sleep. We're just gonna go have a slumber party and hope we end up in the same place.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of hoping we can decide when to go there. Get rest and then go.
I mean, I was able to sleep last time without any repercussion, but it's been a day and I don't know anything about how this works.
Just to be safe.
Should we rest at the security rod place?
Well, I think that once you go there, you need to use the rod to come back, and then once you come back, you can't use it for like a 10-day.
Also, I'd rather be here sleeping in case other gods decide to attack. I want to know if anything's happening here.
Music! Where's Spoonie? Has anyone seen Spoonie? Yeah, and I'll ask around and find Spoonie.
Spoonie is over in Yat Village. He's playing some soothing tunes for everybody there.
Spoonie, how are you doing? Have you got any rest lately?
Yeah, you know how it is. Just trying to keep everybody calm and cool.
Do you think you'd be able to see us through the night in a way that could help fend off mental invasion charms, You know that thing? That thing? You showed me how to do this. The whole, like, keep people from when you play to keep people from getting scared.
Yeah. There's some positive energy tunes that I could work out for you guys.
Cool. Yeah, if Spoonie can just keep a counter charm going in the room all night, maybe that'll help.
Absolutely. I got a couple tunes that I could play to make sure that nothing bad happens to you while you sleep. I'll do my best.
All right. So we put away Salona and then we go rest. Let's do it.
We'll go grab her and go to the Ethereal, my patron's place.
Right. And your patron is there.
Hey. I'm so sad. I didn't say that out loud, but like that's where I'm at. Hey, how are you handling everything here? Everything cool? You've been helping out?
I have been watching closely the goings on. As you gain the knowledge, so do I receive it.
So I'm assuming you already know what I'm here to ask.
I know. But there may be a better way, Tomekeeper.
Oh.
My ability to leave this place as a manifestation is limited.
Mm-hmm.
I am only here because of our connection.
Okay.
But much as my connection to your tome connects us both, I could create a second.
Why? What are the implications of that?
You send the book with the avatar of the moon goddess to your demiplane. It will give me sight and knowledge as to what is happening there. The first sign of trouble, I can notify you through your tome.
You can't do anything there?
Not without conduit. And you're my conduit.
Right. Do you have any other information about this? Salune's eyes are gone. Cyric or something's in play. We don't know. And I look to the others and just kind of gesture vaguely, like if anybody's got anything to add.
If somebody took the eyes of a god or goddess, it is because they need the sight of a god or goddess. They do not see the way that we do. They see through multiple versions of time and space. They can locate odd objects. It's a kind of omniscience as far as what the sight is capable of. That omniscience can be cloaked by other more powerful gods or sometimes even lesser gods if they put enough power to it.
If you had to narrow it down to a handful of attributes and abilities, what else would you say specifically is the difference between a very powerful magical being and a god? One, the eyes.
One, the eyes. There are certain abilities of omniscience and, of course, the inability to die.
Two,
as more traditional.
immortality.
Those would be the main ones.
What?
There would also be a decrease in powers as well.
What else could one physically take? I guess not physically, but you know, what other things, if somebody wanted to go from being an extremely powerful magical being that may or may not be mortal into being a god, what would they need?
Historically, ascension has been achieved by bartering with other existing entities or through an incredible act. An act that goes beyond what any human, mortal, or regular being should be capable of. An act of great sacrifice or great evil. But it has to be huge.
In my research, I've come across the phrase divine spark once or twice, and I'm unclear on whether it's a thing that can be dug out or it's more of a concept. So if the dream Cyric, because the first thing he's going to do is recognize that he's not as powerful as he feels he should be. And he's gonna know that the true him is held up somewhere. And they're both gonna know that the other one's gonna fuck them over at the first chance. So if he was going to take something from the true deified version of himself, is there something he could take? And how would he go about it? And how do we stop it?
Well, if he was going to take something from the true Cyric, the first thing he would have to do is find the Obsidian Keys that unlock his prison. There are 12 in all.
Alright, and then
once he is in there,
yeah,
because of their relation to each other, it is possible that one of them could merge their essence with the other, taking on the ascension to godhood, similar to how the final scribe gifted godhood to Clemvor and Cyric way back in the day.
Put another way, is there any way to de-god a god? Is there something we could rip out of it and destroy?
There is very little precedence for this. However, any time that it has happened, it has occurred through the will of a demon or devil lord.
What about a real strong fey creature?
There is no record of it, but theoretically it may be possible.
Go on.
End of sentence. Like, theoretically, it may be possible.
All right.
Okay, fine.
All right. I'm going to be honest with you because I can't be completely honest with you. So I'm going to be intentionally vague about things from here on out because I know that you kind of got rules and stuff amongst yourselves.
I am a forgotten lower deity. I am not bound by as many rules.
That's
Yeah,
what
he's
I'd like
not
to
even
hear.
in their pantheon.
Do you know Mask?
Not personally. I know of Mask.
Any chance you could get in touch with him and see if he knows what happened to the better?
I could attempt to reach out with him. If you wish to speak to Mask, the best way may be to talk to the crows amassing around the keep.
Doable.
That makes sense. Okay. Interesting. Thanks as always.
Of course. He's always happy to help. Be
No
friends
bug.
with the Tome Keeper.
No bug, you still got questions? About, mines and how to gather them?
How do you put someone's mind back into their shell?
I understand this is a technique utilized by mind flayers in their deepest hives. They collect minds, brains, people, usually for devouring. As far as putting them back in, it is possible if you have somebody of significant psionic ability to put them back in, but you need to find out where they are.
So you don't know how to.
I have detailed information on potential procedures, but they are useless without the components of the mines themselves. I'm
Useless.
sorry.
Right.
And I shoot Norbog a look.
Don't care. Norbog is heard the thing about crows and is like already inching her way to the door to go talk to the crows.
Sorry, putting Salune in the stand broad or not?
I mean,
Just standing in the ethereal. So we put her in the stick or what?
we can. I mean, we can just use the book. And I mean, if you really need something physical to move the rod, I can just put an Andy in there or something.
We need to
All
send
he's got
a
in
driver. Yeah, is he capable of using that? I mean, let's just grab
You can turn something.
Honestly, it could be. Hey, look, you can send him as well.
Remember,
I
if it
say,
gets too complicated, we have two other options left.
I say the more the merrier. If we can get him in there for like 10 days or something. So you want to send 20 people? Fuck. But you know, there's like, you know, you could send Blacktooth, you could send Tommy, you could send, you know. We got options of trustworthy people who can put up a fight should things go horribly. But again, I don't think that's gonna happen, as far as I can tell.
Is Tommy even in the condition?
Well, he could use a good rest. Maybe I want to go anyways.
He has had some time to rest.
Also one of the best people. Look,
And he is a powerful vampire.
Nobody's super fresh from the fight that we just did, so
want to send anyone. That's why I'm saying send the book. Maybe send Handy because he's not going to do any real damage. All he has in him is one healing spell that I put in him that I stored. But like that's it. So I just don't want to repeat of what happened last time. I'm so scared. Even with the information we have, I'm so scared.
It's only going to be Salune in there.
Right, but we're talking about sending more people.
No, what? No, then. No, not
yes,
more.
a person will have to bring her through.
One.
She is unconscious. Somebody needs to drive the thing. Look.
Handy.
We're all scared. We're all scared. None of us know what the fuck is going on here. There are no good options.
If I may.
Please.
I have a suggestion. Send Walter.
The ghost.
Incorporeal.
Can't die, it's already dead.
But if you send Walter with a piece of the foundation from the mansion in Waterdeep, he should be able to instantiate his form.
All right.
Well, okay then.
I'm on board.
That's fine.
Yes, all right. Everyone's in agreement?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Also, hey, Corbin!
Yes, I hear you.
Can you like go
And
into dummy planes?
seemingly coming out of nowhere, I can go into many places in my dead form, but my ability to traverse the demi-planes is a bit spotty. I lose strength the longer I'm away from this place.
Okay, then we don't need you. Never mind.
It's fine. We'll sort it out. Keep holding it down
cool.
here.
I'll just go back to being a ghost.
Hey, you're very good at it. All right.
So we send Walter and we send the book. Simple as that.
We pin a little. I think you pin a little note to Handy, and we just like send him through the Mage Tower portal to go pick up Walter.
I'm a good little undead. Please don't smite me.
Walter, here's the plan. Please don't kill my hand. Love, man.
And a book.
And the book.
Did we discuss about Norbog and the Mind Flayer thing going on? Or no?
Shana knows, because he went and asked.
She mentioned it.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Okay, but you didn't tell Pen and I. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, she mentioned it out loud to our
Oh, did
page.
she?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll
okay,
we'll
sorry.
fill you in on all of that. So filled in.
Filled in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna go find Chillbet out, or Mask, or someone, and I turn and I cast Speak with Animals on my way out to go talk to the ravens in the courtyard.
Very well.
While you guys are doing whatever magical stuff needs to be done. Because I figured that's out of my purview, but I can go talk to some birds.
As far as I know, we got a plan of action. I am going to the agreed upon bed place and going to bed.
Very well.
Yeah, where is the agreed upon bed place? I wish to also go to bed.
I mean, it would either be like we'd just go over to where Spoonie is in the
Yeah.
village, or have him assemble in the main keep where
War room.
I imagine
Where I
he
think it's
heads
at this
over to the
point
main
infirmary.
keep to accommodate you guys.
I can't help but wonder what the heck are we doing about the Mind Flayer problem.
Mind Flayer's not a problem. He seems chill.
He's chill, yeah.
I think she means the brain thing.
Just the brain thing.
Right.
Oh,
that thing.
Okay.
The getting parents back.
Oh well,
As
yeah. If we're just gonna
much
discuss
as it, as much as I hate to say it, there's bigger things than getting my parents back right now.
if we're just kind of discussing this on the way out, and it's like, yeah, no, as far as I can figure, figuring out, like, finding everybody in play is sort of part of it. Yeah, the Mind Flayer basically said, like, it would be kept somewhere right now. We know
Used
that
for something maybe.
for
It kept somewhere
dreaming-
safe?
No, probably somewhere very unpleasant. Being kept in a state of nightmare, to produce nightmares, to worship gods of nightmares.
So we need to find
Oh.
the Dream Forger, the
It's
nightmare
all-
guy.
The Dream Forger, Cyric. I mean, this may have specifically been Cyric. This is kind of in his milieu.
Okay. All right. It all leads back to this situation.
It's all
Okay,
sort
just
of
double
wrapped
checking.
up. Yeah.
Okay.
It's all together. It's intermingled. All right, so everybody who's going to sleep goes to sleep. Norbog, you go talk to some ravens/crows.
Hey.
What do you want to say to these crows and ravens?
Hey, friends. Hey, I had a suggestion to ask you if you knew where Mask was.
Mask is standing guard in Waterdeep at the temple.
That's great. He's at the temple. Do you know if he's alone? Was my friend a sea elf there with him?
He is alone there. The sea elf is a guest. She is a guest of Shar.
What does that mean, a guest?
Shar has accepted her as a guest to help her decide what to do with her sister.
Is she safe?
She is safe.
Do you know when Shar will be finished being so hospitable?
Once she has made a decision on what is to be done for her sister.
All right, well, thank you. At least she's safe. Thank you. And I'll say goodnight to the birds and, yep, head back to go rest with everybody else, and I will pass along this information that, well, Shalbetta sounds like she's safe, but she's being waylaid by Shar right now. Shar sounds like she's trying to deliberate what to do next, so at least Shar's not attacking us.
Okay.
Just make some strong drinks ready for Tabelta when she returns.
Yeah. I do, before I go off to sleep, burn my last 3 level 1 spells to figure out which of these 3 rings does what.
All right. I'm going to send you all of that information because for me to detail it all for you verbally would take the rest of the episode. So, each ring has its own individual powers, plus powers when they're paired with certain rings. So,
hey.
Yeah.
I imagine they all require attunement as well.
Yes, they do.
I want to ask Lilith before we go to bed, because I remembered. I'll kind of like show her my shoulder tattoo and be like, "You got anything left that would keep me ready for whatever's next before we go to sleep? You're next."
I mean, what are you looking for? Something more offensive or defensive? Support, healing?
Something that's undeniably you.
Okay, wait till morning then. I got one. I got a really good one.
Okay. And I'll wonder about my life choices as I go curl up in my little corner.
Before Norbog falls asleep, I quietly say a little prayer in Goblin to Hugrek, the big one who's in charge.
Ah.
I know you don't talk to me. That's okay, you don't need to. I just thought you might like to know that Hugrek will betray you. I don't know if you know, but he has his own plans to overthrow you. So, just thought you might like to know in case you're working with him. Alright, good night. And I hang up my prayer call. I'm not even expecting an answer. I'm just trying to
Just sending one in over the tip line, just stirring the pot.
Just seeing, yeah. Look, if I can get the bugbear gods to fight each other, I don't have to.
All right. So is everybody going to sleep while Spoonie plays a delightful song? Very well. As you all sleep, eeny, meeny, miny, pen. Pen, you're having that good dream again. You're in a beautiful plain, frolicking with various happy-faced undead. It's such a wonderful place, and they look like cartoon versions of the normally horrific undead that everybody sees in the world. Because this is how you see them, wide-eyed and adorable.
Top hats.
And top hats. It's like, morning, Pen.
Morning, Mr. Bones. Good to see you. How's the wife?
And Big Sexy descends from the sky, skeletal arms wide. I have returned, Tomb.
I've missed you so much.
Come into my arms and let me carry and cuddle you.
Oh my god, I can't. I'm cracking up. Yes, absolutely. Everything that's happening.
And you frolic with Big Sexy, the Tomb Guardian. And you hear a hammering in the distance. Like someone banging on an anvil.
I'm like looking around. Why? Where? And I'll kind of like start like making my way towards the sound.
And all of the surroundings and all of the details of your dream start to, almost like you're walking out of the painted parts of a picture. And everything starts to go to white, and then kind of like outlines and vestiges of it. Until you're eventually in this kind of white void. And there is a man, clothed in white, very simple, almost like bedclothes. Very pale skin, and he has this long white beard. To the point that it kind of curls up underneath him, coils up. And he's working on something.
Do I have the presence of mind to know I'm dreaming, or am I still like just in this like I would be?
Make a wisdom save.
Cool. Wisdom save, that's going to be a 9.
Nope, you have no idea.
Hey, I don't know what's going on, but what are you working on?
Oh. I don't normally get visitors. Sorry. I'm working on a Happy Bone Boy. And he lifts it off and kind of presents it to you. And in a puff of white smoke, what appears to be this untangible like cloud becomes another one of these happy skeletons from your dream and happily bounds off the hand and dances around you.
That's amazing. How did you do that?
Oh, this is my job. I do this all the time. I gotta say, not a lot of people ask for something as unique as these. But they're a lot of fun to make. I gotta admit, they're a little cute.
Oh, I'm glad. I don't know where I am, actually. I feel comfortable, but I don't remember coming here. But I'm glad to be here.
You're dreaming.
Oh. Well,
I don't know if I'm
that's
supposed to tell you that or not. I don't get a lot of visitors.
So Dungeon Master, being told that, do I remember everything outside of this now?
Yeah, at that point, with him saying that, you are fully, like, up to speed.
Oh. Okay, wait. You're making dreams. You're the dream maker.
Yeah, I'm the dream maker.
That's amazing. I love your work. Your brother is terrorizing us. In a horrific way. I'm very relieved to be seeing you, though, instead of him, because I was terrified to go to sleep.
He's not at his post?
Is his post in the prime material putting goddesses to sleep and wreaking havoc with tangible nightmare creatures?
Oh, brother, no.
I'm sorry.
No, that's not his place.
Is there anything you or we can do to fix this? If you could visit Salune, she needs it most. She's where a lot of problems are stemming from. I can handle a nightmare. It's fine. I love having
She's
you
not
here.
here, unfortunately.
How do you...
She's in the other half of here. And he bends down low in front of you and wipes the ground with his big hand. And you can see this swirling, almost looks like a dark, stormy cloud beneath it. It's a reflection of this. The other side of it. It's where my brother's supposed to be working. People have been getting trapped over there a lot lately.
How can we pull her here?
I can't. Something strong is keeping her there.
Is there a way we can? If we bring her here, can you manifest her dreams into reality? Something good?
I can't make dreams reality. That's not what I do. I give them to you so you can make them reality.
How is he doing it then?
He doesn't think there's any value in what he does. He thinks because they don't stick around, they're not useful and they're pointless. They don't matter. He's never been really happy about his lot in life.
But fear teaches us things. We learn so much from that, what we're afraid of. Like...
Yes, but nobody's ever going to thank him for it. Nobody's ever going to tell him that they appreciate it.
I'll do it. I love talking to people and telling them how good they're doing, and if it would make him stop doing that, I would love to tell him that. I don't like being afraid, but it is useful.
Then find my brother and tell him that you appreciate his creations, and remind him of their worth. He's not a bad person. He just wants something more from his life than he feels it has. He is unfulfilled. He feels unappreciated.
Okay. I'll do that. Do you want me to tell him anything from you?
Tell him that his brother's not mad and he wishes for him to return to his post. And that without his work, my work is meaningless.
Okay.
All things require a counterbalance.
Right.
There's no joy in a dream if it does not provide comfort from your nightmares.
Gotcha. I can do that. And yeah. Okay. Anything else that... Do you know how to get there? The last thing we got to figure out is how to get to him. I figured maybe going to sleep would do it, but we've got a charm up right now to keep us from going places we don't want to go. So maybe if we take that down, we'll end up there.
I wish I could tell you more about how this works, but I just make the dreams.
Well, thank you. You remind me what I'm working towards every day, and I appreciate that. It really helps keep me going.
Glad you like the work, but go tell my brother that you appreciate him. I'm sure it'll really perk him up.
Really do. And I will. Thanks. I'm gonna go frolic with some skeletons until I wake up, I guess.
All right. And meanwhile, inside the head of Lilith.
Worst possible.
Yep. Oh, yes.
God, this is going to be bad.
When you dream...
Do we need a content warning before the scene that's about to happen?
No, it's going to be all right.
Just go check. Okay.
Okay, it's going to be all right. it's always tough to get a restful night's sleep because when it's quiet in your mind, you can hear her trying to escape. When you're active during the day, it's easier. There's not as much to deal with. But now she is louder. And you do your best within your dreams to keep her at bay. Keep her from annoying you too much so you can get some rest. And now there's someone else in your mind. Fascinating. And you hear the voice inside your own head as well.
Of course. Never a peaceful night's rest.
I apologize. I did not mean to disturb. But this
Bullshit.
is a rare chance. Two minds intertwined in such a way, and there are others. Did you know about them? I wonder.
No, please, go into great detail about these others.
I apologize. I am not well versed in the social norms of your people.
I'm not either,
I
so don't
imagine
worry.
I should introduce myself. They call me the Alchemist. That is not my name, but it is easier.
So I can call you Al? It's even easier.
If you wish, it is of little consequence to me.
Don't need any of your name being that long, eating up my time, Al. So,
Of course. There is another. It lurks below the surface of your consciousness. Do you know about this one?
no, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me.
It is powerful and angry. I sense that you have wronged it in some way. Is there someone you have done bad things to in the past?
Too many I can't keep count of.
Well, this one seems very upset. It feels as though you took something from it. Does
Gonna have to
that
get over
narrow
it.
down for you?
No.
Hmm.
Name?
Zariel.
Who?
Zariel. That is the name I received.
Her.
Yes.
Now that is interesting. She locked away good and tight?
For now. Why do you lock away the other pieces of your consciousness?
Because it's a bother.
In what way is it bothering you?
It doesn't help me focus.
I see. This has been informative.
It has been informative.
I could eat one of your extra consciousness.
Why?
to help you focus.
And what do you gain out of it?
Sustenance.
Sustenance. And what happens if you don't get this sustenance?
Then I shall seek it elsewhere.
Well,
It
this
is
is
not
my...
a need so much as a desire.
Well, your desire is not quite welcome here. I've been handling shit all the time on my own, so I think I'll continue this way. But thank you for the warning. I had no idea that Zariel was still of his existence. God, that's a hard word. Shit. I need sleep. You're disturbing me from my sleep. Do you know that?
You are sleeping. We are in your mind.
Yeah. So, you said that she's not going to escape for now, but what, like soon?
No prison lasts forever. Everything that lurks within your consciousness is as powerful as you are.
So you're saying if I get weak, she might get out?
I'm saying that you cannot fight yourself forever.
Try me.
Very well. You may do as you wish. In the
I
end,
always
it is
do.
of little consequence to me. I find it very interesting to observe. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very well. Rest well. And he removes himself from your consciousness.
Interesting. Zariel. I wonder. Zariel, are you there? Is it quiet?
Yeah.
Good. I hope you stay quiet.
All right.
As for the other one, she'll get tired eventually and stop and sleep too at some point. I don't know. Fuck it.
And your rest continues. Meanwhile, inside the dreams of Norbach.
Who was just donated a post-credit scene by Skylar. Which
Come on, I got the sad music.
which we might hold till
might
next
do
week
next
because we
week.
just noticed. Well, it just came in.
You just come in. Norbog, you're back at your father's grave in that horrific moment from the past with those feelings and those memories fresh in your mind. And just kind of been placed back into that moment. And in the midst of it, a familiar voice comes out. Very long, spotted, round-eared cat. Comes prancing out. We're back here again.
Again? I mean, I know I've been back here again, but what are you doing here?
Oh, I decided to come to visit you.
So you managed to hop through timelines too, then?
I didn't hop anywhere. I exist here too. But
You know what?
I
It's
remember,
been a weird enough day that I'm just going to. Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
it has been a very rough day, hasn't it?
I've had worse.
Yes, you have. But you still remain strong.
Sure.
Well, strong in physique.
Yeah, not if I don't get some rest.
You are resting. That's why I'm visiting you here. Keeping other interested parties at bay.
Interested parties? Multiple parties? Not just one nightmare man?
At work. The creatures that took your people and made them what they are now.
What are they? I haven't gotten a solid answer, and I know it's not top priority, but I'd like to know what I'm walking into after we solve the top priority.
Like so many old deities, they started as ideas. They grew, along with people's superstitions and willingness to worship them. They grew and they forgot about the old things that sustained them before that. You have looked into this. You are on the right track.
How do I kill an idea then?
That is a tricky thing to do. Ideas fade away when people abandon them. Changing the hearts of others is the most difficult task you will ever embark upon. To slay a being with your club is a simple task. A good hard swing will usually do it. You know this. But to change hearts and minds of large groups, this cannot be done with such brutal an instrument.
But I know it's doable, and I know that the most brutal can, because the Bugbear Gods did.
Yes.
They swayed people with an idea and won hearts. It's doable.
It is achievable. But you will need to be strong for the road that lies ahead of you. Are you strong, dear Eater?
I don't know. Dad gave me that name. Not sure
Was
it's a
it
good
correct?
one. I don't know yet. How do you know all this stuff?
I have been watching your people for some time with great interest.
Why?
I am fickle. I do not wish to reveal that just yet. But I assure you my intentions are benign.
Are you an idea too, then?
No. Something older. But you were in a dark place. And a good cat returns to those who are in dark places to find a warm lap.
Well, I appreciate it, and I'll sit down next to my dad's grave and pat my lap.
And Serval will
Yes.
climb up, and this impossibly long Serval cat will curl up into your lap.
And I'll just scratch his little bridge of his nose.
He purrs away.
What have you been up to? And I'll carry on my very casual chat with the cat as I dream.
Very well. Meanwhile, in
That's the
Kashano's
end of the
dream,
show, guys. Thanks for joining us. Class dismissed.
Meanwhile, in Kashano's dream, to this music. Kishano, you are rudely awakened by the sound of arguing. You are seated at a table, and there are 36 versions of you at this table, all arguing about what the best course of action is.
What?
No, you don't get to decide. You died. You died too.
Look, you've been droning on so long that I swear I nodded off. Can we at least establish, like, what it is we're trying to deal with here?
We need to figure out the best course of action to kill a god. I don't even think we should kill a god.
What
if we kill a god and other gods come after us?
That's exactly what's going to happen. We know that's going to happen, but gods are coming after us anyway, so what's the point?
So what, we want to become a god hitman for the rest of our lives? We already died once.
What else are we doing, though? I mean, look, we could apparently pull shit between timelines. Why not be god hitman? What the fuck else are we going to do at this point?
Oh yeah, this timeline shit's working out great for us. We're really stable. We're sitting at a table talking to ourselves.
When have we ever been stable? Come on, get your shit together. You got some pie in the sky ideal. We're never going to meet that.
You got the pie in the sky ideals as well. Don't forget from where you started.
Right, but I've moved on from that, all right? Look, perfection is inachievable. All we can hope for is interesting, and there's nothing more interesting than killing a god.
Yeah, but what about living?
What about
Didn't that
living?
used to be a priority for us?
Yeah, but, you know, it seems like it's kind of nebulous where we stand on that anyway, so it's weird to set a priority that we don't have a lot of control over.
What if we're going to expire?
Do you think it's like a certain number of iterations or like a total time? But how is time even a relevant factor?
What if we're all tied up? What if you get us killed and all of us die? What if we're just a ticking clock? What if we're just a
if we're all tied together, right?
waiting to go off to destroy everything?
Well, I think what we have to first figure out is, are we all one thing or separate things? Because, you know, before, to kill all of the versions, they had to be pulled together. We haven't been pulled together. We haven't been pulled together. Yep. And now's the moment where, am I dreaming?
You're dreaming.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Stop. We're dreaming. We're asleep. Either we're all in the same head, and then, yeah, 100%, we all die together. Or we're just contacting each other. Or this is what did you have for breakfast?
Oh, I had toast.
What did you have for breakfast?
I had a boar's leg.
Okay. I didn't have breakfast. I've been up for 3 days. You know this. All right, look. We're smart enough to
Maybe
sort
none
this
of
out.
this is real. What if we're just crazy?
What? Who gets to decide, though, like, what's crazy? Is this, like, because we used to have a certain manifestation of, like, a certain idea of what is possible, and then that's been shattered multiple times. Every time, the world gets a little bit bigger. So maybe we just, at this point, assume infinite possibilities and just start accepting shit.
Let's accept that we're crazy.
Sure, let's accept that we're crazy, and let's accept that we're perfectly rational and sane, and that there's no difference between the two. Because we seem to be... Count them up. This can't be all of us.
And at that realization, like turning off a light switch, all of the chairs around you are empty.
Huh.
And And then there's one seated at the far end of the table at the opposite side of you. You didn't ask me what I had for breakfast.
What, pray tell, did you have for breakfast?
The lives of our friends.
Which friends?
The ones we care about.
I stand up onto my chair and step onto the table and start walking towards him across the table. So you finally decided to come out and play. Infinite universe, right? Anything that can happen must happen.
Yep. Anything that can happen must happen. I thought it just like you did. And I took it to its logical conclusion. If we can kill gods, maybe we can become one.
Not too loud.
This is where it leads. You know.
You say that like it's certain, as if there's only one possibility, but we've already established there are infinite. Just because you fucked up doesn't mean I will.
Yeah, but roads diverge and recross over and over again. How do you know that you're not going to end up on the same path?
How do I know that I won't end up on such a path no matter what? How do we know if it's not me, it won't be someone else? What I do know...
love a gamble, don't we?
I mean, only when it's fixed.
Yes. When we're certain of the outcome, as we've been so certain of so many things.
And at this point, I sit down on the edge of the table. I'm like inches apart from myself. Why don't you just fill me in a little bit? Who'd you kill first?
If you or me,
not friend.
Would you tell you all the secrets?
No, but I'm not you. I'm me. I'm the trustworthy one.
Yeah. We used to be funnier.
Look, as far as I'm concerned, you don't exist. And as far as you're concerned, I might not either. But wouldn't it at least be interesting if I had a little bit of a head start? And I want to do a persuasion check against myself here.
All right.
So here's persuasion.
All right.
A solid 21.
Okay.
And then what do I insight against that?
This version of you has different stats.
Oh, okay, cool. Go for it.
And without revealing too much, I'll just go ahead and take care of things on my end. All right. Start on the lowest rung. You had it right. Fewest followers, easiest prey. And then after that, it gets easier. Good luck. And just like before, the light switches out. And he's gone. And that's where we're going to end the session today.
I hate that guy.
Thank you all for joining us.
I think as Kashano wakes up,
Thank you all for watching. Thank you so much to my incredible players who I would like to remind I am your friend and I'm sorry.
I had a great dream.
excited for what's to come.
Oh, me too.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please support the Patreon. Give us those likes and follows and everything. We'd love to see new people come join the family and watch the show and, you know, give out all crazy theories about what's going on in my screwed up head. And what these crazy people are going to do when I put them into situations, because I honestly never know. And I'm always excited to find out as well. So stay tuned for the rate. Are we doing a cutscene today? Or are we doing?
No, we're holding off. But just for those of you who just joined us tonight, just to explain what that is, we have ways that you can tip the channel to affect the game. Give us little boons. Give the DM a boon. And one of those things at the highest donation level, it actually triggers a post-credit scene, which will be happening next week for Norbog. When 5 of those post-credit scenes are given to the same player in a row, on the 5th one, something fundamental about the world changes, and the DM can't stop it. So, just another fun way
Can't
to
stop
do
it.
You can
No matter
also
how much I try.
you can also get one of those every month. And yes, as soon as Jobetta gets back, she's got one in the queue as well. By joining our Patreon at the highest levels. Check out our Patreon. Check out our tipping menu. That's all.
All right. Check out all that stuff. Again, thank you guys so much. There's no show without you guys. Thank you to my incredible cast for letting me knock them around emotionally a little bit today. And thank you so much to everybody. Until next time, class dismissed.
It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. We all agreed to play some D&D. That means role playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles. Maybe it's just me. But you guys won't.
No, we won't.
You guys just don't.
No, we don't.
Follow a single plotline through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you find the weirdest other things to do. There was adventure, but you guys wouldn't venture. Instead you said the mountains looked real nice. Middle of winter, you went to the hinter, lands of permafrost and frozen ice. You hid from every danger, you wizard, rogue, and ranger, and found the perfect alley for your quest. In the lands of no